today I'm going to be showing you guys this insane Paul George replica build that gets elite contact dunks and gold limitless range on NBA 2K23. But I don't want to hold you guys for too much longer, so let's get straight into this video, man. Let's go. If you want to get high quality jerseys at a low cost, go check out my sponsor, Pristine Jerseys. Link is going to be in the description beneath the like button. All right, so let's get started with making this replica build. You're going to be making it at the small forward position. Handed is must be right, and jersey number must be 24 because this is a Pacers Paul George replica build. First name and last name do not matter. However, you can change it if you want. So now when it comes to the body settings, you got to copy them just as you see on the screen right here. Height, we're going to be going 6'9", weight 206 pounds with a 6'10" wingspan and a defined body shape. You can actually change the body shape to whatever you want. However, the rest of the body settings have to be copied exactly as you see on the screen right now. So now moving on to the finishing. And again, understand that a lot of these attributes you have to copy exactly as you see on the screen, but we're going to go with a 76 close shot, a 78 driving layup, a 92 driving dunk, which is going to get you elite contact dunks, a 57 standing dunk, and a 62 post control. It would be nice if we could go 93 and get that gold posterizer for the driving dunk, but it was just not possible at this wingspan. And honestly, I prefer just getting the elite contact dunks over anything. Gold posterizer is nice to have, but it's also nice to have elite contact dunks with gold limitless range, as you'll see later on in this video. All right, now let's take a look at some of these finishing highlights, man. This is a Paul George build. This is a 6'9" build. Now listen, if you guys have played this game, you know these 6'9" demigod dunking builds are absolutely insane, so there's really no explanation needed. You're going to be able to drive and finish at the rim better than most people can in this game, unless if they're using the exact same build as you. But again, having the elite contact dunks at this height with the dribbling ability that's we're going to have, it's just very nice. Your layup and close shot are also kind of in a nice sweet spot with each other, to where if you get canceled out of dunk animations, you'll still be able to finish through contact with your driving layup once it's upgraded. And another nice thing with this build is that when it's fully maxed out, you do get that 62 post control, which means you can get some post scoring badges on silver, like post spin technician, and I believe dream shake as well, which allows you to get into the post and use your mid range that you'll have on this build to score from that area. And then overall, the badges you're going to get finishing wise as well are very nice, especially with the badge tiering system at the height of 6'9". You're getting badges like Limitless takeoff and slithering, not getting stuck in tier 3 as you would see with shorter builds. And realistically, the only tier 3 badge that you need to grind on this build is posterizer. Now look at this, and we were blowing this team out right here. I had slashing takeover. I was trying to combo up a little bit. We're driving, get into the meter contact dunk, and it was just so ferocious that the team had to quit. So now moving on to the shooting, we're going to get a 77 mid-range shot on this build and a 92 3-point shot on this build, which is going to get you gold limitless range and pretty much access to every single jump shot in this game for this height. You're also going to have really good badges like gold agent 3s, Hall of Fame space creator, Hall of Fame green machine, and Hall of Fame amped as well to turn you into a insane shot creator on this build. But now let's take a look at some of these shooting highlights. Right here, we're gonna hit him with the Westbrook cross into the hop back into a snatch back, and he's sagging just way too far, man, so I had to hit him with the step back 3 off to the left hash. And listen, when you're playing on these slasher builds like this, your hop jumpers are going to be your best friend, because you can really have them sit deep off of the drive because they know you're a driving threat. They know you have that super high driving dunk. They know you can get to the rim at will, and then you hit them with these step back jumpers, and it's just almost unguardable because you have to play low enough to actually get a stop on me when I'm driving to the rim, but then you also have to step up a bit because I'm going to be shot creating out on the perimeter. I can hit my fades, I can hit my step back 3s. As you can see right here, game's about to end. I already have 31 points. I'm shooting 71% from 3, now 75% from 3. It's just, this build is an offensive threat. You can go out on this build automatically with your rebirth and just start scoring like crazy. And then once you do upgrade your build, you're also going to have access to your mid-range, which is just going to make you a 3-level threat on this build. You pretty much have the whole scoring bag, man. You can drive to the rim and score at will. You can score in the mid-range area with your fades, your step backs, your spin jumpers in that area. And then you can do very similar stuff out at the 3-point line as well, because you have that high 3-point rating. You can hit fades from 3, spin jumpers from 3, hop jumpers from 3 at will. And it's just going to allow you to be an absolute bailout on offense on this build. And one very important thing when you're playing rec, and sometimes when you're playing rec with randoms, you can score with bad spacing. You can't just always just run to the rim every single game, because you might play with an inside center that clogs the paint. But that is okay on this build because you have that high of a 3 ball and you have that high of a midi, and you can make it work. Now listen, before we move on to the playmaking, I can't show you guys all of those shooting highlights without giving y'all access to the jumper that I was using. using base LaMelo Ball, double Oscar Robertson, very meta jump shot, probably one of the best jump shots, if not the best jump shots in the game, especially for these larger wing players. And it's just easy to time, it's super fast, has a high defensive immunity, high release height. But if you want access to the best jump shot information available, go pick up a premium subscription at NBA2KLabs.com using code Joey to get 20% off at checkout. All right, so now when it comes to the playmaking, we're going to go with a 75 pass accuracy, which is going to get you the LeBron James passing style on this build. We're also going to go with an 87 ball control, which is going to get you gold quick first steps, silver handles for days, and gold clamp breaker, which are essential playmaking badges. And then lastly, but most important, a 75 speed with ball, which is going to get you access to the Michael Jordan dribble style, which is the best dribble style in the game. All right, now let's take a look at some of these playmaking highlights. Right here, we're ISO in on the left wing. We're going to be looking for an open teammate right here. We're driving, we're dotting the center off in the left corner. Listen to my rec randoms, to my people that aren't great playmakers. Listen to me. I'm going to give you the easiest combo in the world to get a free assist. Okay, listen to me. Now, obviously, this requires a big man that can shoot, whether it's your power forward or your center. Listen, I want you to drive to the paint, dot the center. Every time. I guarantee you it's going to be the easiest bucket in the world because centers are going to drop every single time. They want to get that block. Listen, I'm a center myself. I will tell you very personally right now, I love dropping to get a block. So if you want to get an easy dot, man, you got to dot the center. Look at this. He wasn't even ready for this right here, man. He's just standing there now. He's trying to play making. It's just like, bro, if you're going to pop at the top of the key, you better hit the damn shot when I pass it to you. Let's take a look at these last two plays right here really quickly. Dot my guy on the hash. That's an easy bucket. Look at this right here. Out in transition. I'm driving. I know somebody's going to be open on that left wing, and I just directional pass it wide open. It's an easy shot. Now let's move on to the defense. All right, so now listen, when it comes to the defense, like I've said earlier on in this video, you have to copy down what you see on the screen almost exactly. So when it comes to this build, we're going to get a 55 interior defense and 86 perimeter defense, which is going to get you silver clamps and gold challenger, which is very nice to have, especially considering Paul George is a lock. Then we're going to get a 61 steal, a 39 block, a 29 offensive rebound, and a 61 defensive rebound. You can move those just a little bit up and down, but there's going to be very little leeway when it comes to changing it. So this is what I ended up going with. Now, I don't really have a crazy amount of defensive highlights on this build because defense is something I usually upgrade almost last. I usually upgrade just the perimeter defense and that's it. But as you can see right here, we're playing some pretty solid defense. He tries to mash at me down in the paint. Even with that relatively low interior defense, we can still get stops. And even with the 60 steal, we're still getting lanes on this build. But the main thing that's very important to have on this build is just that high perimeter defense. It's going to allow you to play good D, and that's pretty much it. Now, looking at this build fully maxed out, you can see you get 17 finishing badges, 23 shooting badges, 20 playmaking badges, and 8 defensive badges on this build. And the physicals are pretty nice as well. You're going to get an 82 speed, a 78 acceleration, a 52 strength, an 82 vertical, and a 95 stamina on this build. And looking at the takeovers really quickly, you can see you get slashing, shot creating, sharpshooting, and lockdown takeovers on this build. I ended up going with easy blow-bys as my primary, Limitless as my secondary. And now as you come out of the My Player Builder, you're going to get the player comparisons of Richard Jefferson, Brandon Ingram, and Franz Wagner. And you're going to get the build replica name PG-13 on a Paul George replica build. Pacers Paul George, so definitely one of the most physically gifted versions of a Paul George replica that you could make. And that's it for today's video, man. I hope you enjoyed. I'm out. Peace.